Hi, this is Karen O'Brien, and I have another quick troubleshooting video here. So I received an error, a project with an error message, and the error message is not the most common error message, but I see it occasionally. Says that grid element number 1 has no neighboring grid elements with the correct side length. So what that means is that it cannot calculate the grid element size from the position of cell number 1 and cell number 2 because they're on a diagonal. So the way that FLOPRO.EXE calculates your cell size is it takes and compares cell number 1 to cell number 2, and then they have to be side by side, and it calculates the grid cell size. Well, you can see right here that you don't have a proper connection. This is what we call a dangling cell. So what you need to do is you need to change the computational domain to eliminate this. Now in GDS, that'd be pretty simple. You could just click Tools, and you could, let's see, it's Grid, set up computational domain, define boundary grid elements, element by element, and then you just click that and then recalculate the grid, and that would sort that problem. Then we would have grid element 1, 2, and 3 right next to each other, depending on how you numbered it. GDS, you can number the grid many different ways. QGIS, there's only one way to number the grid. Now, this was a QGIS project, but I want to let you know before we start that this project, I couldn't fix this in QGIS because when I received the project, I did not have the geo package file. The star.gpkg file goes hand in hand with the QGZ file. They have to go together as a pair in order to load the project into QGIS. But I did have the computational domain, so I can show you how I would fix this issue with this data layer. So I will minimize this because you can see here that there's a very sharp point on this computational domain, and it probably, let's see, the project is here, but for whatever reason the project domain is all the way over here. It doesn't need to be. So we can click the layer and then click the editor pencil and then use the node tool to correct this node. So I can maybe just let's see, where's this guy at? It should be about in the middle somewhere. There should be right here. See the little plus sign? I can add a node, and then I can move this one back here, and that will make grid element 1 up here, 2, 3, 4, etc. And they're about 10 meters cell size, so you just need to make sure that this is wide enough so that your 10 meters can fit. Now if you look at this, the project is all the way back here, so we could even take this and move it even farther back here. So let's see if we can, and that wouldn't hurt anything, because we don't need that extra short, small little place right there. I don't think that that will be, you know, maybe just use this road as our guide. We could just use that road, and then probably nothing will be coming up here from that dam failure anyway. So I will now close this editor and then recalculate the grid with QGIS, and that would correct this problem.